So what's up, guys? Today we're going to be working from this book. This is a shadow book, highlighter, blush. It has all of the things, my friends. So I got this for us to play with. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment so we can get my channel pushing. I have a lot of good ideas, but this is amazing, you guys. I brought a book from my Amazon finds, and this is You Can Be, a creation book with warm tones on it, and it has the splash tones. And we also have some blushes, some bronzers, a little bit of highlighter, things of that nature. So we're going to get in this one today. Yes, 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 yes. They also sent us over some nice brushes to work with, and it's really pretty. Can't wait to show you some of the brushes. I'll just grab a few of them right now. So these are some of the brushes. They're really cut nice and detailed. So let's get into a nice eyeshadow blush highlighter moment. And I missed you guys. I'm glad to see you. I hope all is doing well. Let's get into some makeup. First things first, because I like to start on a clean canvas, I'm going to use these nourishing pads that I have on deck. I have these to clean up the skin, get the pores a little prepped a little better. So I like to unfold it completely, lay it on my face, and just wipe. It's so refreshing. It smells so good. And we're going to use a primer today and an SPF, so we don't have to put on too many steps. But I do suggest you put on the SPF under your makeup. It totally is a game changer. Okay? Demi says so. So I'm gonna get those eyebrows nice and wiped down. You want to bring it down the neck, around the earlobe, everything. Everything wants to be cleaned and wiped nice. And it smells like a spa day. So if you really like that kind of smell, you'll love this. Next, I'm going to add just a little bit of this Nicka K Lip Shine lip gloss, just to hydrate us. And it is called Bubblegum. That's the color. Translucent pink. It's always a good start. This is like an everyday gloss I like to wear, and it keeps the lips hydrated for a good amount of time. So first, let's go in with our favorite moisturizer. You know, guys, I love this moisturizer. This is my favorite moisturizer to wear under my makeup. So I like to do it like this. Today we're gonna use the hands. I usually don't use my fingers. And this goes into the skin so quick. And it is like one of my most used facial moisturizers from Neutrogena. My SPF. It's a good SPF. So I'm just going to add a bit of that to my facial region. This comes from the Mary Kay line, and I use this every day. It is a good serum SPF, and it moisturizes amazingly. And you can see how it leaves my skin still dewy but not too wet. You know what I mean? And I overlove that. Just want to press that into my smile lines. The next thing I'm going to do is add a primer, and I'm going to do a luminizing primer today. So these are my Second Skin priming drops from Absolute New York, and I love these. They have such good ingredients in it, and it's like a oil serum hybrid, and all you really have to do is just add a few drops to the face without touching the dropper to your face. and it has hyaluronic acid and things up like that in it. Witch hazel to work for the pores, and you just put a little bit on the face. And I like to rub this in circular motion. One of the best skin preps for makeup. Plumps up the skin, it soothes and nourishes. So yeah, this one is amazing if you want something like a serum type of texture that really hydrates. And I like to take a minute just to massage this in my eyelids because it's so good. You can put it everywhere and it's like defeats the purpose. I mean, this, like, you can't be ashy with this. I mean, like, it gives you a luminosity to the face without having like a pearl to it, and that's why I like it, because I don't like pearl that much. But you can really massage this into the skin and it pumps it up and it nourishes it. This is a good primer, if I must say. Don't sleep on Absolute New York. I can say that much. They do have amazing products. You just have to know what you're doing. And you can see my skin looks amazing. It's good for the pores, good for skin texture, and it helps the foundation to go on like really smooth and buttery. And it's amazing. Now after this part, I'm just going to add a little bit of a gripping primer, because since this one is so slippery, I like to add that extra bit of assurance. And I'm going to use my niacinamide one. I like the niacinamide one. I know some people do reach for the hyaluronic acid one, the regular one, but I like this one. And I just drip this on my face like that. And this is really good for like giving you a brightness on your makeup and helping it to stay. And this is like my little dream team that I like to use to get a good base. And then I just let those two marry together because they do work well together, and they're just gonna dry down together and become tacky. Still has that tack, but you want to make sure you're getting it rubbed out evenly. And you can put it all around the eyes and everything. That's why I overlove this. You want to give it the time to dry down and make sure everything is amazingly done before we go into any eye art, because I want my lids to be as plump as possible. So yeah, that looks amazing. So the first foundation I want to add is the Bear With Me concealer from NYX. I'm going to go in with 2 pumps of that on the back of my hand. And I just want to beat this into my dual complexion brush, which is one of my favorite brushes to use with this kind of serum. And I'm just going to basically put that everywhere I need it to be put, like stippling at that. All around where I want that coverage. And this is like a full coverage concealer. I like to use this for foundation a lot of times than not, more times than not. It's amazing, it's comfortable, and it definitely blends out amazing. And as you can see, Those primers work so well together. You can swipe a little bit here, just not a lot. And then I'll just put the residue on my forehead because we went in with 2 healthy pumps, so I won't have to keep going back and forth. And this is so I don't have to do any color correcting. So that's why I like to do this part. And I like to blend it up into the skin as well to give it that comfortability and that push in the skin so it can look more skin-like. The more you blend and stipple, the more it'll look like your skin though. And it's because we don't like to take our time, we don't know that. So the more you take your time, the more you'll see that your coverage is actually going to get better and better. I'm trying to add just like a little as possible under my eye. And as you can see, that came out spectacular. I really like the coverage from that concealer, and that was just that one concealer that I used. Guys. Alright, next thing I'm going to go in with is just a little blush. I want to put a little blush on from that palette and do a little bit bronzing. So let's get some let's get a bronzing brush, and I'm going to go into this pink mauve blush. Like, this is so pretty. I'm gonna start to stipple that here. That's where I would like that to go. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other cheek. And as you can see, that blurs out your texture and everything. That's nice. I really like a powder blush over anything else. I would prefer city powder, you know. So now that we've added that blush there, it looks good. I'm just going to blend that out. I'm sorry, you guys, I got distracted because it was so pretty. I'm gonna blend it out in front of the camera just to add a little color in this region here. And just to dust it out a little bit more and make it a little bit more softer, because that is so pretty. You guys, that is so pretty. So now with this bronzing color, the darker bronze, I want to go on top of blush right here, and that was a deep amount. Like, what? That is so beautiful. I like to bronze under my brush. I'm gonna bronze it here and contour a little bit. Just so I can get some of that even out. Oh, that is pretty on dark skin. So you guys like that? What you think? I like it. I'm gonna add just a little bit of a highlighter on top of that blush right here. So you can get like a little nice shine there. So that is really pretty. So that was really quick, a little doopsie. So I just wanted to do a little bit of blush before I did the rest of these things. I'm gonna come back to this palette in a minute. That was amazing. That looks really good, really pretty. I'm just checking us out, guys, but that really looks amazing. That looks really good. So I'm gonna grab my foundation brush again. I'm just going to start pushing some of that foundation into that blush. Whatever's left on my foundation brush, so I can calm it down. And this is going to work out and help me to blur out any imperfections and bring that skin tone right with that blush together. It's gonna look amazing. And I want that lightness under my eyes as well, because it'll help when I put that lighter concealer there, and it'll be amazing. But I do like that. I like that a lot. So I like to put color back into my cheeks like this with the powder blush and bronzer and things before I go on with any other complexion. And this helps your color come back so you can look a little rosy. So now let's go in for these brows just to shape those and brush those out. I really haven't done anything to my brows yet, but I do want to brush them up and make sure they look good and natural. Because I just did my brows like last week, so I might not have to do my brows, you guys. They look like they'll be holding up. And your girl loves doing brows. I do my sister's brows as well, so we'll see. If I feel like I need to touch them up, I'll touch them up. But we were really just getting into this palette to see how some of these things look, and that looks amazing. I like it. So far, so good. So let's get into this concealer really quickly. I'm going to just blend this out. So I can show you guys how I do this. And I like to do it like this because it blends in with the blush better. I'm trying not to make those ugly faces, but I tend to sometimes. There we go. You guys, when you do this part, you always want to look up. No matter how much you let your concealer dry down, you just want to look up so you can have that seamless kind of now you can set with a brush, like that's what I tend to do, set with a brush, but I only blend this part out mostly with the puff. And I set with the brush. And this is going to like last all day. But yeah. The puff, this right here was made to blend out concealer under the eye. Like, I don't know what. If this wasn't made for that, I don't know what we would be doing right now. Like, what would I do? So I think I got everything. So let's set this with my Laura Mercier and one of my favorite type of powder brushes. So this one I like to tap in this Laura Mercier. I like to swirl it in my hand to get it even and coat it inside. So then I look up. Set that. Wipe away any unwanted. And I do the same thing on the other side, exact same thing. Really nice and really dainty brushes to set the under eye are the best. And then I'll turn to this side and I'll just make sure I reinforce everything. You got beautiful. And then I'll take a little bit to the top of the lip. And get that little blurring going on down there. Pressing it in, dusting away whatever I don't need. How are we looking? I like it. So I just did my brows on off camera, added just a little bit of mascara because we have to get this done, and I love my blush is coming through like that. That is amazing and gorgeous. I also did my highlighter and it looks phenomenal. Do you guys see? Do you guys love? You love it, right? So let's do the lip liner. I also want to do a little bit of this water tint. My new beauty mark I've been doing just right there with my water tint. And I love to do this with my water tint because it's so cute. So this is my little Be My water tint that I usually do that with. And by the time I'm done, everything else she'll be dried down. So next thing I'm going to add is just a little bit of my lip shine again. So pretty. And let's grab my lip liner. So I'm going to do this Beauty Creations liner in Obsession. It'll just dry down now. Cool. All right, now let's just do a little bit of this. So gorge. And then this is a plumping liner, so it'll help my lips plump up a bit. I'm gonna go in with my dark brown Nicka K. Just to overline that. Cupid's bow. And to blend that right in. That's amazing. That's really beautiful. So I can dig it. I love this brown. Get here. So rich. Overline. So that's that. The next step I want to do is just a little bit of shadow. So I'm going to do one of my favorite shades in this book. Let's open her magnetic aspirin. So I'm going to flip this back. And I have been eyeing this shade since I have got this book. So let's do just a fluffy brush. I'm going to do this brush. And it's this rose shimmery color, like right here. Bam. So yeah, so pretty, right? That one. And I'm going to do that, just a little bit of that. Right here. Just to bring out a little pinky tone in my face. Pretty. Same thing on the other side. Oh, that is so pretty. And you know I have these goddamn eyes of mine. They tend to have a massive hood, so I have to go up above a little bit more, and I like to put it all over because these are my favorite shadows now. Look at that. That is so pretty, right? So pretty. So I'm just gonna take it up a little bit more, but I'm gonna add this rose color that is more matte rose color. And I'm just gonna go up just a little bit more for a transition shade. And we're just going to stop it right there. Oh, that is so freaky pretty. So I'm gonna just go right here for this transition shade. It is so, and just blend those two together. It's gonna come out. Oh my god, look at that. So now I'm just gonna start blending those two so they can look cohesive, and you can still see a bit of that shine come through. I love that. Yeah. Who said boy, girl can't wear makeup? So that looks amazing with the lip. I love this look. It's amazing. I hope you guys have fun with me getting into the first steps of these palettes. This palette is amazing, and if you would like to purchase your own, you can sell at Amazon. That's where I got mine from. Do you see this color though? That payoff of color? Do you see this blush? It's like so pretty. And you want to blend. And if you have hooded eyes, take that color up to about here. And you see how phenomenal that looks? So thanks for joining me, you guys. This was more of a everyday look for me, so I have fun with you guys. Remember, like, share, subscribe. More videos will be coming your way. Don't say I don't represent.